how much time do you spend on average in a shower?
On average, I'd probably say anything between 4 and 8 minutes. But I've definitely had times when I've done like a 2 to 3 minute, like super quick shower.
Wow,
It's definitely happened. So guys, it's currently a very difficult time for millions of people around the world, particularly in the UK. Millions of people are seeing the cost of living rising. More recently, the cost of energy has gone up for millions of people by more than 50%. And we talked about this in a recent video we made, which I'll link to below and above if you want to understand the reasons for why the energy prices have been increasing significantly.
For today's video, we want to share with you practical energy saving tips that you can use to save money at home. And where possible, we're going to be sharing with you what we're doing to save money and just keep things light-hearted.
Yeah, so a lot of the tips we're going to share today, tips you might already be aware of in different ways. A lot of it is to do with change in habits and stuff like that. But things that, once you've added them all up, actually become quite significant over a year and become ways that you can actually see the cost of your energy reduce compared to what you're currently using. All right, let's dive in and share these tips. I should mention that a lot of what we're going to be sharing today come from work by the Energy Saving Trust. There are 3 different categories we're going to be sharing stuff on today. The first one is around simple energy saving hacks for every household. Okay, these are things that won't cost you any money to actually get started. So the very first one is to switch off and turn off devices around the house that are currently on standby mode. Yeah. So I'll put up the graphic for you guys to see on the screen so you can kind of see what we're talking about here. And it's estimated this would be free for you to do, and the annual bill savings estimated to be around £55 per year from doing it. So what kind of things can people actually switch off at home?
Well, you could switch off your TV, which is the obvious one, but your microwave, your kettle, by the switch. What else? Your
washing machines,
your washing
all those
machine.
appliances.
Yeah, all the appliances that you tend to use on a daily basis. I was quite shocked by the savings that you can make annually because, you know, we always know to like switch things off by the main, but you never really like know in terms of numbers, figures actually how much it saves. And £55 is actually quite a lot of money, substantial amount for some households who will rely on that savings for food, for example. Yeah,
in a year. Obviously, as you can see on that screenshot, there's also an annual carbon dioxide saving related to that, which is definitely worth mentioning. 45 kilograms of CO2 related to actually switching off things that are around the house. Wow. Yeah. So what's our next one to talk about?
Okay, so the next one is to save water in your bathroom. So here, this article is saying to keep your shower time to 4 minutes. Okay. Additionally, it's saying to swap 1 bath a week with a 4-minute shower. It's interesting to know how much time you spend in the shower. For example, like how much time do you spend on average in a shower?
On average, I'd probably say anything between 4 and 8 minutes. But I've definitely had times when I've done like a 2 to 3 minute, like super quick shower.
Wow,
it's definitely happened. And I've had times when I've just stayed in the shower for much longer.
Yeah, but on average,
I'd probably say between 4 and 8 minutes. It's probably Okay. What about you?
Oh, my average is around 10 to 15 minutes, and but with women it's a bit different because like you're shaving, you're exfoliating, all of that stuff. But it's definitely made me more, conscious and aware. Our shower tells you how long you've spent in the shower, and so I'm definitely going to be more mindful and definitely try to slash the amount of time I spend in the shower.
Do you think you can do a 4-minute shower?
Do you know what? I don't know, but I welcome the challenge. I like challenges, so we'll see. Do you know what?
We'll keep you guys updated on that. Yeah. Whether I'm going to keep checking. You finish shower, we could go and have a look and see.
Set timer.
how long it took.
I'll be interested to know how long you guys, on average, spend in the shower.
I think that's actually a good question.
Yeah.
How long do you guys spend in the shower? On average, let us know in the comments. And it's worth mentioning, I should put this up on the screen. We found, again, tied to the same organisation that did this piece of work, the Energy Saving Trust, they mentioned that it costs around 11p for every 8-minute shower.
Yes.
11 pence for everyone. And that's for everyone. So if you've got kids, if you've got a partner, the costs add up.
Yes, per person.
Basically.
But we discovered that for us, it's actually 18p because we have a power shower.
So that was for a regular mixed shower. It's about 11p.
Yes.
So it's about 18p thereabouts, like
Per
you said.
person.
Wow.
And so how much does that work out in savings in a year for one person if they reduce their showers to 4 minutes?
So this is saying that it will save you about £35 per person per annum if you showered on average for 4 minutes.
Wow. So for a household of, say, 4 people, that's, again, quite...
It adds up.
It adds up, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. 35 times 4. Yeah, £140. It adds up.
Annually.
Quite quickly, annually. All right, so the next one is using your appliances at home. And it says here, use your washing machine on a 30-degree cycle and reduce your use by 1 run a week. Only run your dishwasher when it's full, they've said as well. So we've got a dishwasher, but we never use it.
Yes, exactly.
we just wash our plates by hand.
We do.
And anyway. But the washing machine one is one that we can absolutely apply, and I think everybody can also relate to and apply, assuming you've got a washing machine at home, obviously.
Yeah, because our general washes, we usually set it to 40 degrees, don't we? But then for whites, we tend to make it a bit higher, sometimes even 60. It doesn't have to be. We're going to be definitely be more mindful to just lower the temperature.
And the reason we mentioned those higher temperatures is because our kids play football and stuff like that. They've got really quite dirty clothes. They need slightly higher temperatures. But actually, 30 degrees, I think, probably do the job. So
you just kind of think to yourself, is 30 degrees going to like kill all the germs or the dirt and stuff? But I'm sure it does, right?
Yeah, it must do. So we need to, for us, we talked about behaviour change earlier. So for us, we're going to keep each other accountable. When we do the wash, you can ask me, have you set it to 30 degrees?
Yeah.
To actually see that we actually implement what we're sharing here to you guys.
Definitely.
From an annual bills perspective, it's saying here that you can save around £28 per year. And again, this is free to do and requires no additional costs.
Yeah. Okay, guys, so the next simple one is to turn your thermostat down by 1 degree, and it estimates that on an annual basis, it will save you £105.
Here's an interesting graphic on the screen. This one's come from the BBC, actually speaking to this point. Again, this is quite an easy one to do.
Yes, it is. And, they say that the comfortable temperature should be between, 18
to 21, I think,
degrees.
thereabouts.
Yeah.
But then, let's be honest. We've had it more than 21 degrees.
Yes, I tend to sometimes turn it up a bit, 23 to 24, and then it gets too hot. So there's definitely a case to lower it, maybe have it in between, like 21.
No, we have to. Not that there's a case. We absolutely have to.
Yeah, exactly. And just layer up.
Yeah. So this is actually a really practical one. In fact, we started doing this more recently, actually adjusting this, given what's happened since 1st of April with energy prices going even higher. So this is one that we're applying in our household and one that anyone can do as well.
Absolutely.
There's another one, again, on that BBC graphic worth mentioning, which was about switching lights off. Did your dad or your mum ever used to tell you to turn the lights off at home?
Do you know what? I don't actually recall them saying that much, but then I've got a bit of selective memory. But you remember.
I remember this all the time.
Yeah,
my dad would always say that. Switch that light off.
And now that's you to the kids.
Yeah, no, that's me. It's funny how that works out, isn't it? Yeah, because I'm much more conscious. I think I'm probably the most conscious one at home about lights.
No, I'd say I'm more conscious. I'm always switching lights off anyway. But yeah, it's a good easy win, right? If you're not in a room, just switch it off.
Yeah.
Or just open up the curtains and get natural lighting during the day.
Yeah. So this says £20 per year annual saving from switching lights off, which I think is absolutely... It's amazing that you can actually get that much from actually just turning lights off around the house. Okay, so we're just going to move now to a second group of savings. So we've just done ones that you can do, anyone can do at home without any costs. However, if you are someone who wanted to think ahead, thankfully, this piece of work we're talking about today, they've actually done. Looked at savings that you can have if you're thinking ahead to next winter.
Drought proofing. And here we're talking about professional drought proofing of windows, floors, skirting boards, and doors.
So this is saying here, estimated cost is about £240 to actually get this done professionally. But they've also said here your annual bill savings is about £95. So, this is a bit of an investment for people. So you have to put some money in, which might be a bit difficult at the moment because a lot of people are struggling to get by, but it's just worth mentioning because like we have quite a wide audience in that, some people are able to do these things now and almost reap the rewards later.
Absolutely.
So the next one they mentioned is cavity wall insulation. So here they've talked about around a third of heat in an uninsulated home is lost through the walls. Most homes in the UK have a cavity wall. The gap can be filled with insulation. Yeah. So here they've estimated a cost of £1,200, so quite a steep amount of money to put towards this. And here they've said the estimated annual bill savings £285. So again, you can see that it will take quite a while to pay back that money that you've put in. If you put £1,200 in and you're saving £285 annually, it will take a while to get that money back. But again, this is a much more of a medium to longer term kind of investment by some people.
Exactly. And for some of these things, some people might actually be eligible for some helps, for some funding, which we'll talk about later. Okay, so the next one is loft insulation. Now, this is saying that a quart of heat in an insulated home is lost through the roof. And most homes have at least some loft insulation, but often not enough. Topping up from 120 millimeters to at least 270 millimeters of insulation will help.
What's the cost and what can people save by doing this?
Again, this is a bit... So, estimated cost of a loft insulation is £465. And the annual savings that you would make is a mere £25 annually. So again, you need to weigh up the pros and the cons here.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's not really just about the cost saving that's the benefit of doing loft insulation. Because then if you have a warmer home and there's all those other benefits of actually doing it, that means that obviously you're saving money, but at the same time you're just, I guess, happier in your home because your home is just much more warmer. Yeah. Now, we should mention that the stats we've been sharing is based on a 3-bed semi-detached house with 4 occupants. This is how they work this out, okay? So obviously these numbers will vary depending on what sort of home you live in, but I think it's good that they've actually, worked out some estimated savings and costs that can help people almost decide if this is something that's worth doing or not.
Yeah.
All right, so the final group of kind of energy efficient savings and tips we're sharing today is on investments for the long term to future-proof your home. Okay, this is like actually you're really forking out some money to get something done. And the one we're sharing here is to consider installing solar panels. This is like proper big pimping. Like if you're going going all out, this is like you're really going to that next level. And this is something that like we haven't done this yet in our home. We've got, we've got like energy efficient bulbs and we've got
an electric car.
A used electric car, I should mention, because I know electric cars are expensive. It's expensive for us as well. Some of our neighbours have done this though. They've gone that next level and done these solar panels. So it says here that these are the most common domestic renewable energy sources in the UK. Once you've paid for installation, your electricity cost will be reduced. It says here, estimated cost is a really, really steep £6,500. However, your annual bill savings will be £505, around that if you're in London, Manchester £475, and sterling around £450. And there's also attached to it, worth mentioning, a significant CO2 saving.
Yeah, which is a big deal.
Exactly, which is 750 kg of CO2 saved from doing this. And obviously you're less reliant on prices going up and down and stuff like that, because you're basically self-generating your own energy by doing that.
And there's also a scheme where you can sell back some excess energy to the grid, right? And make money from your solar panelings, which they've not actually mentioned in these figures.
Yeah. So it'd be good to know from you guys actually, have you got solar panels in your home and has it been worth doing it? Can you just share some much more practical elements to doing solar panels at home? It'd be good to really hear, kind of see your comments and see what we can learn from your experience as well.
Absolutely.
So you mentioned some other things that people can do around getting help. So what other things can people do?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of help available, but some people may just not be aware of where to go, how to start. So first we'll start by naming some organisations that you can go to for help. You can seek advice from charities such as the Citizens Advice Bureau or the Step to Change Debt Charity.
Yeah. Okay, so that's actually pretty good. There's also another one called Turn to Us, which is a charity you can also turn to during these times of increasing costs of living. We're also aware that some of the energy companies have certain hardship funds that you can explore, but councils have resources that people can also explore. So you can actually search your local council, go to your local council's website. It's got various things that are available to people.
Absolutely. So you just click, like Ken said, just type in your postcode so that you can find your local borough. And then within that, depending on your borough, there'll be different eligibility criteria in which you can gain access to some of these funds in the form of grants and support. So definitely check out your local borough website for any of the help and supports that you can get.
Now, in addition to the borrowers and stuff, there's been some announcements more recently that the government are offering some help as well. So there's a total package of about £350.
Yes.
There's been mentioned 150 of that relating to a discount for council tax and £200 of it related to an energy rebate. But we understand this is a repayable rebate, so you start to pay it back around £40 a year, thereabouts. But for some people, this is actually a really good thing, because then you're getting a discount.
Exactly.
Initially, but it's slightly frustrating that you have to pay it back.
Exactly.
But,
I mean, the idea is that you start to pay it back when the prices should hopefully start to come down.
But prices may not come down.
They may not come down.
This is the thing.
Then, well, we'd hope that, the government won't be expecting people to pay it back, but maybe they will, we don't know. So that's just something to bear in mind. But like you said, for some people, that would, it would just help them towards other things, such as like food, for example. There's also a warm house discount scheme which offers low-income families a one-off annual discount on their electricity bill. This would also be expanded to cover 3 million households, and it will offer low-income households a one-off annual discount on their electricity bill and was worth £140 in 2021 and 2022.
Now, I mentioned earlier the £350 package that the government had promised. I should mention that that's actually, a part of that's actually kicking in October, which is a few months from when we're making this video. So the £200, for example, as part of the £350 will kick in October, and that's available to people in England, Scotland, and Wales. Overall, we hope this video has been helpful in just offering you some, positive news in a way, given us so much, negativity in many ways because of these costs are really affecting millions and millions of people. We hope these tips will help you take some action at home and save some money in different ways, in really practical ways, and in some cases without needing to spend money in order to actually save money at home.
Yeah, we'll definitely be making a lot of changes in our home, stuff which we are doing, and we're going to be doing more so, going forward, for sure.
Guys, if you enjoyed today's video, we'd really appreciate it if you hit the like button and, share this video with somebody else who you think would benefit from the tips that we shared on today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. And as always, in all things, be thankful and seek joy.
Take care, guys.
Bye.